welcome to Good Neighbors. And of course, we have another opportunity for us to come together and find out what is going on in our community, wherever you are. You know what, we're getting ready to find out right now. I have an individual with me. Now, some of you may know her by another name. I'm just going to put that out there. I know her by Allie, but also her name is Alicia.
Alicia.
Alicia. I'm trying to, y'all gonna figure out what's going on in a minute. Perez, and of course they have the shot on her already, and you may know her, you probably know her from television, and she's been out and about in the community helping not just one certain area, but you know, the whole community. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We have you here to tell us about how the community can come together, Hispanic, Spanish speaking and non. So give us a little information, a little background about you.
Well, again, like you said, my name is Allie. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome, ma'am. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Allie, well, that's what my family and my friends call me, and that's how you know me as well, as my friend that you are. But Alicia Perez is basically how I'm known in the community. And a lot of my friends, you know, and Hispanic leaders know me as Alicia as well. So well, a little bit about myself. I was born in California and raised in Mexico, so I am bilingual. And the English that I basically know and the English that I'm basically speaking right now is the one that I learned when I was a child. So it's just basically it's a miracle. It's just the Lord providing me the sense to actually speak fluently in English and just do what I do and just be with the community and just try to develop those skills. And I'm a people's person, so I love being out there and trying to help my community out in every way I can.
So God knew this already, well, before you were born, before you were thought of by your parents, but He already knew, okay, she's going to be living here, but I need her to learn this, and you picked it up. And so I know that's what you want for all of us in the community, to learn how to pick up and come together and grow together, live together, and do things together. Now, I will confess, when I was going to college and they said I had to take a foreign language, I'd already taken German when I was in Germany, but I was like, you know, it's been a couple of years. I know Guten Tag and, you know, Das ist good and Ich liebe dich, but, you know, I was like, man, I can't just pick up the last 2 years of it. So I was like, well, I'll take another language. But I was like, well, why I need to take another language, you know? And they were like, well, why don't you take Spanish? I was like, you know, I'm going into journalism. You know, all I need is microfono, burrito, microfono.
Enchiladas.
You know, hello, taco. And it was like, no, you're going to need, and I was like, okay. And I can't even remember the lady's name, but bless her heart, she endured with me in my Spanish classes, and I thank God for her. Now, I made a B in it, and I tried to get some things internationally changed, I will confess, and she was like, well, no, there's an international language organization that sets the order of how things are supposed to be, so you can't change the L and the law, because I was really trying to get that stuff changed, because I was, you know, why you have to know if it's male or female? Just say the name. But then, you know, you come to learn, you come to get a better understanding, and it's like, okay, God. And I went into a store one day, and this gentleman, older Hispanic gentleman, was talking to one of the clerks, and no light bulb was there, no understanding, and he was looking in stress, and she was looking distressed, but I picked up on what he was saying, and I was able to speak to the young lady and tell her what he wanted.
That's awesome.
And I was like, okay, God, I understand, I get it. Then then I went to Fountain of Living Water, the pastor, Apostle Marrero. He's in New York now. Puerto Rican, Spanish speaking, you know, but also English speaking. I was like, okay, God, I get it. So we have to remember, you know, certain things come around for a reason. And with you, with the organization that you're with and the things that you're doing in the community, matter of fact, tell us what you're doing in the community.
Okay, well, I am a representative of Telemundo Texoma, and that is a Hispanic channel. I'm very privileged to have that position because I do cater to the Hispanic community. I used to have a show on TV. Obviously, because of everything that I do, I'm no longer being able to handle that, but I did have that show for close to 3 years, and so a lot of people recognize me, even when I'm at Walmart, or they'll come up to me and they'll say, are you the lady from the show? And I'm like, yes, ma'am. And they'll ask me questions about services in the community. community and things of that
God.
nature. And so it has been a blessing. And then after that, I thought, well, Lord, what is it that you want? You know, because I've let go of this baby that you have given me, this show, and now it's like, what is it that you want from me? So, you know, we had a bilingual reporter, and excuse me, she unfortunately had to move to another market. And so they had to have me back into doing the news updates and helping with what she had been doing. So I had to step in and do that as well. And now I'm on TV every day.
Look at
and
God.
instead of, you know, recording the show once a month. And that's probably going to be something temporarily because I have so much going on and so many things that I'm doing for, you know, for my employers and overall for God. So
but I think these I know you were saying, you know, that's my baby, but your baby grows up, moves out, and guess what? You get it. You know, our parents, they get another, not another life, but a new life, a newness. And so look at the newness God has given you because of your heart for people. And people have to, I think we have to understand, when you have a heart for something, it's going to come out. It's going, if you are obedient and do what you're supposed to do. And so you, of course, not just because you are Hispanic, but because you have that heart, you know, the language, well, hello, why not go ahead and use it and do it? So what are some areas you see in the Hispanic community? And I'm gonna not just let you talk Hispanic, you can talk Spanish anyway, but tell you can also translate for yourself to let the Spanish, you know, someone's flipping through the channel and they all of a sudden hear see, it's like, yeah, okay, but go ahead and you talk to the people, to the community.
And what would you like me to
I would
say?
like you to tell them what you want them to know concerning being involved in the community, the services that are available. And then on the flip side, we'll come back and let the English-speaking community know that there are individuals here who want to work together so that everyone can have a better understanding what's going on in our community and how we can be better enhance it.
Yes, definitely. Well, definitivamente, como la hermana Samera acaba de hablar y acaba de preguntarme, si usted es una persona hispana y le gustaría involucrarse en su comunidad, hay muchas maneras de hacerlo. Como hemos hablado hace un momento, mi nombre es Alicia Pérez y usted se puede comunicar directamente conmigo, va a ver el número en pantalla y puede llamarme y puede preguntarme cómo me puedo involucrar, vamos a decir, en la educación de mis hijos, involucrándose en las escuelas, ¿verdad? Tratando de salir de su casa y tratar de hacer un poquito más. Sabemos que todos tenemos trabajos de tiempo completo y es muy difícil hacerlo, pero podemos dar un poquito más de nuestro tiempo e involucrarnos en nuestra comunidad. And let me just translate that so you can understand that. What I'm saying is, first of all, you know, a lot of the people that are watching, and you know, I don't know if this is the case with you, but our audience, you know, they're homemakers, they're housewives, or even, you know, they come home from work and they have children in school and they just don't know how to get involved in the community. And the first step to doing that, you know, is just maybe becoming part of the PTA or their education, their school, going and asking the teacher, hey, how's my child doing? How can I participate? And if they are bilingual, maybe even stepping a little bit further and helping those, you know, those teachers interact with other children in the school. And just starting by those schools there, you're already getting involved in your community and stepping up to the plate. So,
and I'm glad you brought that out as far as getting it, if you are bilingual, helping the teachers out, helping the community. Okay, the flip side of that is, what if you aren't bilingual and you need assistance? How, because, you know, some people are, well, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want, you know, is it African American? Is it black? Is it, you know, how would someone who's not bilingual approach that?
Samara, God gave us a beautiful smile. And I believe that when you have a smile on your face and you try your hardest and you approach that person with your heart, that person can feel you. That person can see your interest in getting your message across to that person. But if you come up, you know, if you come across a person in an abrupt way, then they will sense it as well. So just use your mouth and your smile and your facial expressions, and that's why we're able to move, thank God. And you know, and that's what I think. I mean, we all have red blood and we are a community itself. I mean, he doesn't see what color we are, he doesn't see what language we speak, he just knows we're his children, and that's what I believe. And so I encourage those that don't speak the language to just come, and sometimes, you know, those people that are in the corner back there because they actually don't speak the language, you know, it doesn't take but just a minute to go in and say, okay, ma'am, why don't you have a seat? Let's encourage you. Let's find someone that will translate for you. I mean, it only takes you but a second to do that. And even if you don't, the person will smile back at you and know that you at least tried to, you know, encourage them to be part of whatever meeting they were in or whatever you guys are at. So that's something that I think, you know, God has blessed us with, you know, a smile.
She said that in plain English. So we all can understand how to treat each other and deal with each other. And I thank you for that, because a lot of people don't think or realize it's as simple as that. And we make it more complicated than what it is. Now with the program that you have, if individuals want to contact you to give out information, are they able to do that? What is the process for that?
Well, definitely. I mean, they can contact me in case they want to get involved in the community, in case they, you know, they have a small business and they need a business plan. They need to get the information out there to the community in Spanish. I mean, I could definitely help them out. And even for those non-speaking English businesses that want to cater to the Hispanic community but just don't know how to, I'm definitely here for them. I mean, that's my position and that's what I'm here for. So.
Okay. Now translate that portion into Spanish.
Claro que si usted tiene un negocio y le gustaría alcanzar a la comunidad hispana, usted puede comunicarse conmigo y con mucho gusto yo le puedo atender en su idioma, y mi número va a estar en pantalla en algún momento, pero yo le puedo ayudar con mucho gusto a alcanzar a la comunidad hispana.
Well, gracias, señorita.
Thank you.
A lot of people wonder, why does she have that channel on this channel? Because I know you're not crazy and you see that K-U-Z on the end. But if we don't, in some aspects, come together and work together for the community, then what kind of community will we have?
Definitely.
And even when I met her at a local function, and she had seen something, because we have Facebook and we do the social thing and try to be informed as well as give information. And that's how we met.
Exactly.
And no, I didn't go up to her trying to speak Spanish, but we spoke with each other. We got to know each other in essence, and it's from there. And I think that's what we as individuals, regardless of where you're from, what language you speak, if we do the same thing, just take the time, take time out to get to know someone. And you'll never know what happens from that. Now, with the everything that you have going on, one of the I would say major things is the networking you are doing with the leaders in the community. Give us more information about that.
Yes, 2 years ago, I started a Hispanic Leaders Networking luncheon, and we get together every month. And you know, that was something also that God put in my heart. And the first meeting, we were 4 of us. There was just 4 of us. And actually, the person that, you know, I shared this information with a couple leaders in the community, and they're like, yeah, let's do it. For instance, Socho Pruitt, you know, from Communities and Schools, and Gabriela Nesbitt from Christian Women's Job Corps. She's like, come on, girl, you can do it. I back you up. She only showed up the first time and left me. She just put me on a rocket and just off I go. And I said, what do you mean you will back me up? Anyway, she showed up the first meeting. She was there. We were like 4 or 5 of us. And we just talked and networked and just learned to just interact and see, you know, just get to know each other, basically. And now there's over 30 people that attend every meeting, and it's about different services and different products that we offer. So we get to know each other at not just a personal level, but a professional level, and give business to each other. So it's really awesome.
And I think that is wonderful. I know you're seeing pictures now of the various gatherings. These are some that were in the beginning, and as she said, it has grown. But I think it's good that especially the nonprofit organizations that provide services that are needed for everyone or anyone, not to duplicate what's going on.
Definitely.
So that you don't deplete your funds and your workers' time and your effort, and all of it be for naught, per se. And I think this is good concerning the community, the Hispanic community, as well as the community overall. And we're going to come back, and I want to talk more about the luncheon, as well as how others can get involved as far as the business and organizations, in a couple of minutes with you here on Good Neighbors. Stay tuned for more right after these messages.